In this latest series of videos, Simon, all the gear, no idea. Look, I've got a new toy. Our friends at Kingbolen have sent me. It's about 15 quid on eBay. This brake fluid tester. So what is brake fluid? Why do we test it? And does this actually work? Or is it a random number generator? Right, so brake fluid is a hydraulic fluid that you have in your brakes, and hydraulics are really cool. You press the pedal and it sends a little slug of water down and pushes your pistons on your calipers out. But if you used water, you would have two problems. Water is fine, it doesn't compress. Any liquid does not compress. And if you've ever driven through a flood and got water in your engine, you will know that. It will throw the pistons out the side of the block before the water compresses. So, any liquid you could use in a hydraulic system. But if you used water, which is cheap and readily available, it will cause your brake components to rust. Also, it has another problem. When your brakes get really hot, at 100 degrees C, water does something funny. It changes from a liquid to a gas, and a gas is compressible. So you will lose your brake pedal. It will go, because instead of transmitting the force, it will just become a spongy thing. Something like that, anyway. Right, so they invented brake fluid, and brake fluid doesn't boil at 100 degrees C. And it tends not to rust components. But it does have it has two bad properties. The first bad property is it absorbs water. So it will absorb water from the atmosphere just around it generally, and over time it degrades. And if the water component gets too high, you'll be back into that world of pain of it boiling and all those other things, and it will start rusting your brake components. The second problem it has, should we test this? Maybe not, is it's actually really combustible. If you pour it onto a hot surface, we could try this. It will ignite. Now you can pour petrol on a hot surface and it won't spontaneously combust. Brake fluid is one of the most flammable liquids in your car. Now, they call it DOT, which I think stands for the Department of Transport. And it used to be DOT 3, and then they souped it up and it went to DOT 4. Now, quite what changed, I don't know. It just got better. That's all we need to know, us mere mortals. And then they did something weird. It went from DOT 4, but then they brought out DOT 5, which was silicon-based. Now, you have to be careful, because apparently silicon is really cool. It repels water, and it was a really good fluid. And if you've got an old car, it is worth using, because it can last for ages. And this tester, you can't use it. You probably can, but on silicon brake fluid, it won't contain any water, or shouldn't. I don't think it can. It's hydrophobic. It repels water. It doesn't mix together. But then they came out with something even better than DOT 4, and they called it DOT 5.1. So they couldn't, so it's some weird numbering system. So we have got a selection of brake fluid here. This one's been sat around for ages. This one I found, look, used brake fluid. So we are going to test we are going to get the Kingbolen brake, and it is going to test. Now, I've not used this. We did get it out of the packet though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got it out of the packet to install the batteries, which were 2 AAA batteries. Looks like you're going to stick it somewhere rude or something. Right, it's got this lovely mag, which I guess is so you can dip it in the brake fluid reservoir on your car. It comes with a lovely screen protector. That's gone. And it turns on. Now you can have a backlight. Does it turn on? Press and hold. Have we broken it already?
I think it is press and hold.
Press and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Patience. Look at that, to stop you accidentally turning it on. I mean, it looked better on the screen when we did that other video. You've got to get the right viewing angle. Yeah. So it says it's, right, so I've got to test, but you've got to select what, right, let's have a look, menu. Ah, look, the menu just goes on the top there. DOT 4, DOT 5.1, DOT 3, DOT 4. So we are testing the used one, I guess is DOT 4, I don't know. Right, should we test it then? So how do we test it? Do we press the S? Don't know. We'll just ram it in there. Oh, it's having a go now. Right, what's it? Oh, I think that level, do we have to read that across to there? Yeah. So I think that's greater than 1. So it's okay. Blimey, that is okay. You know, I'll give it a little stir around. That's okay, look. That used brake fluid, remarkably, is okay. Right, so let me dry that and we'll test it in something else. What about this stuff that I've had lying around for years? I reckon it's been lying around for years. The foil's been broken. It's been opened, but it's not right. Do we need to press anything again? I don't quite know what the S did. God, that's okay as well. Look, that's even better. Maybe brake fluid. I've honestly had that for like 4 years. So that's still good. We're keeping it in. Alright, let's test another one. One I got the other week because I was keen and I didn't know whether I trusted my old stuff. No, he's got that. Whoop. Let's test him again. Alright. He looks a little clearer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Look, they're darker. Let me get them all in line. Look. I think colour, he looks a little right. Let's have a go. Right. He's good as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So someone said, well, if you're testing it, why don't we... Right, so all we've got is tested water, apparently. So I've got a glass of water. Look. Not brake fluid or anything else. If it is, I'm about to die. I'm going to add a bit of water. Not too much. There you go. A bit of water, look. Stir it about. Right, look at that. Right. And let's have a look what this reads. Right, are we ready? Do I have to press start again? Oh, look, so that was the same one we tested. Look, that's really bad. So it is clearly detecting some nonsense. Right, now the other thing we need to do now is we need to do a GR&R study. So let's do it on the murky one. Let's clean all that off and dry that off. Okay, right. And now let's try it on here. Let's read it 3 times and see if it reads the same. Right. Okay. 1%. Read it again. Yep, that's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, do it one last time. Okay, right, there's one more. There's one more we haven't tested. I've got the 5.1. Let's test the 5.1. Oh, I've got one last jar here. Oh no, don't put that in the drinking water. So this isn't the silicone, but this... Oh look, he's new. He's not even been opened. Blimey. There we go. Let's have a look what's some 5.1. But we've got to change the setting on the tool, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, there you go. That's some 5.1. Right, so let's go on the tool and go menu. 5.1. Yep. Right, put him in the 5.1. God, he is good. He doesn't even register, look.
No.
He's not even less than 0.5. So he's loving that. Right, I don't think there's any other features on this, is there? The menu button does that. That's the backlight on and on. Should we see where we can get brake fluid to ignite with heat? I had an exhaust around here somewhere. I noticed something cool. I thought that light was to put the light on the screen, but look, what's this? Oh, so you can see where you're sticking it. That's flipping brilliant, that is. Right, there we go. Right, Kingbolen. I don't know about this. We'll try and set some on fire. We'll have a quick go. Right, we've got a little experiment set up here. I've got the heat gun blasting at this thing here. Look, we've got it up to 230 degrees C, right? 240. Yeah, so it's not bad. Now, what happens if I put a bit of brake fluid on there? Right, Alicia, you get ready to unplug it if it gets nasty. Right, are we ready? No, it doesn't quite get...
No.
200 degrees C. Oh, it's smoking. There you go. Well, I tried. So it can apparently at high temperatures, and obviously an exhaust will get higher than 200. Or we're like 250. We might 260. I'll give it one last go. We just want some action. No. Smoke but no fire in this occasion. Right, hope you enjoyed it.